We will sign all the NDAs and we won't leak anything.
We're not going to pull a Patti LuPone. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Number 2 podcast. I'm Glenn.
I'm Simi.
And this episode is going to be...
Shit. What's going on this week?
You want to guess?
No.
All right, on 3. What do you think the first topic is? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wicked. Oh.
Good job. Wicked is a musical on Broadway, and they're making it into a movie. They're making it into 2 movies.
Okay, how is that going to happen? Is it a 2-movie type of thing?
No.
I've actually never seen it.
Name all the things you know about Wicked. Go.
The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
It's not Disney.
It's before The Wizard of Oz.
Oh, so it's okay.
The branding is before Dorothy dropped in. It's based on a book.
They've done like a bunch of versions, right? Because, I mean, wasn't there one where James Franco was in one of them?
That was The Great and Powerful Oz.
Okay.
But the source material for that is not Wicked.
Oh.
But kind of the same. Same universe, sort of, but not the same kind of thing. That movie didn't do well. Anyway, so it's a big deal. It's been a Broadway show for 20 plus years, and you still haven't seen it. It's toured the world. It's in multiple languages. There is a theme park version. There's like a mini 20-minute theme park version that they had, I believe, at Universal Tokyo. So you could go see 4 numbers. It was insane.
See, that's the thing about Glenn. He knows all the things.
Well, I mean, this is very common knowledge, but they're making it into a movie.
Yeah.
Which is insane. How do you feel about it? Do you care?
I saw the trailer and got me kind of excited, especially for someone who's never really kind of seen the musical or...
But didn't you say like your little brother was obsessed with the music and that's how you knew the music?
No, that was Legally Blonde.
Oh, it was Legally
It was on MTV.
Blonde.
It was the first musical we ever saw because it was on MTV.
Because they aired it on MTV.
Yeah.
Also a good one. Yeah, it's crazy. Like, I've talked about this on this podcast before. The majority of big things start in the theater. Idina Menzel, before she was Elsa in Frozen, was Elphaba.
Yeah.
In Wicked. I mean, she obviously did a million things before that.
Rent.
She did a million more. I mean, she's done way cooler things than Rent and Wicked, but that's what people know her for. Just saying. She's literally just doing a show right now in San Diego that's about trees. It's crazy. Apparently it's really good. Anyway, the Wicked movie is coming, and they made 2, which is weird. Seems like a cash grab, but if they do a good job.
Maybe they're going to add on to the story.
Well, I've read the book. The book is one of the most dense. If you think Dune is a dense book, the Wicked book is... It's like...
Oh, so, I mean, the musical probably didn't even touch on everything that's in the book then, right?
Yeah.
So then, I mean, it could be
a
very long story then.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot that they could do with it, but I don't know. I'm curious to see what's going to happen. It's exciting. It's a good cast. Jeff Goldblum, Peter Dinklage, Ariana Grande. You know what I mean? That's going to sell tickets. I get it. It's a business. But anyway, I'm excited. It seems good. I wasn't excited at first because like the kind of teasers and all like the spoilers from the London filming that came out. It was giving like when Disney did the Alice in Wonderland films, it was just too much CGI.
Yeah.
But from the trailer, it looks legit. I mean, the question is going to be what songs did they add, because people, know me, but you don't know many other theater people and theater goers. If you ask them about Wicked,
it's serious business.
It's serious business. I mean, it's a big deal. So it'll be weird if they add songs that aren't good or don't make sense. I don't know. It's, Stephen Schwartz has not been mentioned. The composer has not been mentioned in the trailer, like to my knowledge, so I'm like, what's going on with that? But anyway, let us know what you guys think. It's a pretty big deal. It's a $1 billion property. There's no other IP out there right now that's non-comic book that's going to make this much money,
Yeah, I think it's going to be a hit too. I mean,
yeah,
it looks like a blockbuster. I think from what I've seen from the trailer, everyone's really kind of doing a good job. And then I'm sure everybody took care of, their parts.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's hard with movies like this because it's like so much is CGI, you know what I mean? So it's like you can show up and do a good job, but your performance is in a computer, you know?
True.
That's the hard thing. You can't really be a flying monkey, you know? You can give a good performance.
Well, like we've said before, or like I've said before, is musicals for me don't really translate on screen than it does in live performances.
Yeah, there's a difference for sure.
So, I mean, but from the trailer, it looks pretty epic. So I'm hoping that it translates.
Yeah,
but
we'll see.
We'll see.
The jury's out. What do you guys think? Are you excited for this movie? Do you care? My prediction is they're going to go all in because Universal needs a win. If you go to Universal Studios and ride their rides, none of those are their movies other than Jurassic Park, you know? So this they've owned since day one. It was criticized when it opened because it was a big studio making, you know, it was their Wicked exists as the answer to Disney going into New York. I don't know if you know that. Basically, back in the early 90s, Disney bought, you know, they produced The Lion King, basically.
Yeah.
Like, and it was really controversial because Times Square was seedy, basically. You know what I mean? There were still strip clubs, illegal gambling. There was all those vendors selling the fake purses in New York. And Disney said, we're going to come in.
It's not like that anymore.
No, right now it's very
commercial,
you know, it's a very gentrified tourist thing. And it wasn't like that. And it's because it's like that because of Disney. They came in and cleaned it up. And then Universal, obviously being the competing company, was like, we need to also be in show business, even though they're already in show business, but like actual show business. And they produced this thing, which is pretty controversial, and it's done well. I mean, they haven't really done much since, but this is their one.
You love it. I can just tell you're so passionate about it.
I think I'm just passionate about I'm really passionate about, you know, the industry of it all. It's crazy that something that is a good message, you know, that is positive art is actually making people money. Maybe not the right people. You know what I mean? The people at the top are not the best people, but
yeah.
It's cool.
I feel like you're an encyclopedia of information when it comes to certain things that sometimes I don't even know. I already know, when it comes to theater, you're pretty huge with that. But sometimes we'll get around people or around friends and you'll start having this conversation where I'm like, I didn't even know you knew that or had any type of passion about that. When it comes to technology, sometimes you know weird facts about certain things or medications or
learning. And there's not a lot of situations where people solicit the information. So if I find a pocket, I'll be like, I actually know a lot about that. And I like when other people know things because then I learn. But I like it. I don't like the reason I like the arts. The reason I have a podcast is like the point of it is to impact people. You know what I mean? The point is not for you to like spend $500 and buy souvenirs. You know, it's like there's a purpose.
Yeah.
So I kind of ride that line. But people don't know. You know what I mean? You don't know if you didn't know. Like, it's like, that's why people love Disney stuff. It's like you go to Disney, there's a history, there's a story as to why it happened. And it wasn't just like an evil man in a room. There's people that actually like contributed. So it's cool, in my opinion. But yeah, good observation of me. Wicked.
Cricket.
Lick it.
Slick it.
I was obviously not cast in the Wicked movie, but I am available for the second film, which I think they've already wrapped on. So I'm ready and available. I'm on avail for reshoots. I'd be willing to play CGI Monkey, CGI
Monkey 2,
Monkey 2, Ozian. One short day in the Emerald City. Does the Emerald City burn in the second movie? I don't know. I'd be willing to be screaming Ozian.
We will sign all the NDAs and we won't leak anything.
We're not going to pull a Patti LuPone. Are you watching the press for the new Agatha series?
Yeah, I saw that video. Patti LuPone, hush.
She's famous for that. Do you guys know who Patti LuPone is? A lot of people don't know who she is, which is insane. Broadway royalty.
Evita?
Well, it's one of her 100 roles she's been iconic in.
That's all I know her from now.
You know her from other things. She's in so many TV roles. She's in so many things.
TV for sure.
TV, film. She's in everything. It's going to be good to have a new Marvel show finally, because they haven't been doing much.
Yeah.
It's been slim pickings since, like, I can't even remember the last Marvel TV show they had. There was the weird winter one with Hawkeye, and then
the gory one with the deaf girl.
The gory one, which I never finished. I never finished Kamala Khan, the Marvels, which is bad. I'm a bad Marvel fan.
Oh, you're just not into the television series ones. When it comes to the movies, I think you're into
I definitely like the movies, yeah. It's tough to keep track. Disney Plus is adding a lot. A lot. What do you guys think of what they're doing to Disney Plus? It's pretty insane. Does it bug you?
But what are they doing?
Well, they bought all of Hulu. So now Hulu is in Disney Plus.
Okay. They've always had Hulu, though. They just didn't
So they
have
owned... It. Yeah, they only owned 49% of Hulu.
Oh, okay.
So they went to the bank and they said, we want to own the rest.
And they put it a part of it.
And then they merged it. So now they have full control because the other studios were controlling it. And that's why it wasn't profitable. There's like weird ad stuff. So they own that. And then they just signed a deal with Warner Brothers. So you're going to be able to basically have cable on Disney Plus for the price of cable. So people are pissed.
So Bob Iger is doing stuff now.
Oh, yeah. It's go, 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 go. He's been doing stuff.
No, for sure. But people were giving him some crap before, but it was just wait.
Yeah, they were restructuring.
You gonna fix it.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Move fast, break things.
I mean, he's definitely trying. I mean, it's crazy. And I feel like nobody's even watching streaming. They're just on TikTok all day long.
Bob Iger's father.
Wait, what?
Bob Iger's mother.
It's doing what?
No, it's just mother. How Sasha Colby's mother.
Oh, Bob Iger is mother. Okay, got it. I was like, his mother? His actual mother?
Mother. Call me mother.
I don't get that. I never really understand the mother thing. Like,
right,
I get
boomer.
I know. I never had anybody like take care of me or be nice to me like that. So it's anytime it's on those shows.
I've never had a mother.
Well, like on Pose, they're like, this is my house and this is this. And on Drag Race, they're like, this is my house. So I'm like, I ain't in no house. I am the house. The hamburger house.
House of Cards.
House of Cards. That has fallen. Kevin Spacey. Anyway, lots of cool stuff coming out. Anything you're excited for?
As in movies coming out?
Movies, TV shows, media. There's like so much. We just watched the trailer. There's a Dune TV show coming out. If you guys haven't seen Dune 2, it's like the most insane movie ever made. Still not going to read the book. It's 3 hours of my life I'll never get back, and I would do it again. But they're making a TV show. Looks so good.
There's this dog that lives across from our apartment that just goes off all night if the owner isn't home. And I'm surprised no one has said anything yet. And I believe that they just moved in with this new dog, but it just barks all day until the owner is home.
It's sad. Our building put a note on the door yesterday that said that no animals are allowed to live here and that you have like 3 days to rehome your animal. Otherwise.
I think it's longer than 3 days, but they're giving them a time period to rehouse these pets that they have all of a sudden, which is that. Because I remember when we signed our lease, there was a pet type thing in there that you can have pets with a deposit. So they're allowed to just revoke that.
Yeah, they can do whatever they want. It's their building.
I mean, but after, because we've lived here for a long time. So it's like after a long time of having your pet live in a certain place. Maybe there's certain stipulations.
Well, I'm pretty sure that the majority of the people haven't paid the pet deposit because I see a new pit bull showing up every other day. And you know they're not going into the office offering money.
True.
You know what I mean? It's probably those pets they're trying to get rid of.
Our complex is lackadaisical, or used to be. Now they're getting a little strict.
They're doing good. There's a plant outside now.
Right.
We have foliage. There's not too much going on. People are really concerned with the Trump trial. That's been pretty wild.
Haven't been keeping up.
Yeah, it's not that interesting. Joe Biden and Trump are going to do a debate. That's exciting politically. Otherwise, there's not a lot in the news, which is good. Do you guys remember during COVID when it was like news story, news story, news story, news story? All my coworkers would get on a Zoom and be like, the world is ending. And I'm like, we can't do this every day. Enough is enough. I don't even know how people are getting their news anymore other than TikTok.
No, I mostly get my news from Twitter.
I don't even use X. Yeah, barely. Sometimes I re-download it, but that's the crazy thing too. Like these news stations, I don't think our generation we like don't care anymore. We're like, no, we don't care.
What do you think about the Drake and Kendrick
Oh,
beef.
God.
I know.
So bothered.
I know you're really into that.
I'm aware that there's a beef. I don't get to Canada much to participate. I couldn't tell you a single Drake song.
No.
Or a Kendrick song. I know who they are. I could identify them, maybe.
Whose side are you on?
I'm really in between. Wait, what happened? They're just releasing songs on the same dates or something, right?
No, they're just diss tracks.
They're diss tracks. Guys, we have enough hate in the world. And if I don't know your music, there's an issue. You know what I mean? I listen to a lot of music, so you have some market opportunity. You know what I mean? Just saying.
I don't know. There's a lot of old timers that are kind of against it and saying that it's taken away from or distracting from real issues.
Yeah.
But people are into it.
They're like, I'm loving
the drama.
People love drama. They love to hop on a bandwagon, so I don't blame them. Yeah, I'm not following it. That would have been a good story to cover on this pod. I'll get back to you guys and let you know.
Yeah. Kendrick is pretty much killing the game now.
Good job, Kendrick. I knew you could do it. Creating the best diss track. You're making somebody proud. The dream. Yeah, I don't know. We don't need diss tracks. We need to be like lifting each other up, I think, at this point.
Usually like about this time, I'm really into competition shows that are talent oriented. So like American Idol, The Voice. Usually so you dance, Dancing with the Stars. But I don't know if it's because I've been busy, but I have not watched these shows.
They've really changed. We tried to watch American Idol, and it's really a different show. It's hard to root for them. And then as soon as they advance into like the top 7, then they become very religious when their auditions were not very religious.
Yeah. Well, Iam Dungy was a really good audition.
The last winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was good. He's stayed true to who he is, though. That's why people like him. He like is Polynesian, but he does like pop songs, upbeat, slow. Hasn't changed. He's not wearing, like, if you guys are watching American Idol, I know they have costuming people, but like it's like from their audition to when they perform, it's like you're not a famous singer. You know what I mean? It's American Idol. It's a talent competition, but they put them in these outfits. The Voice, they've been doing that since the beginning, styling them and stuff. So it's a little bit, but they do it in an okay way. On American Idol, you're like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's this girl this season, which I think she might have been eliminated, but I remember she auditioned at the beginning, and then I saw a clip of a recent episode on TikTok.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even look like the same person that auditioned.
Yeah, they don't look like the same people. Anybody that I know is gone. Is it over? I'm so behind. That's the other thing.
I don't think it's over yet.
Back in the day, you had to watch it in real time so you could vote. And now it's on streaming. So you're like, well, I'm not going to watch. And then you can't vote because it's later. So it's like there's less, you're not as engaged.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It's weird. I've never been into The Voice, but I always liked American Idol.
When it comes to Survivor, though, we don't miss
Oh my God. Do you guys watch Survivor? Survivor is the most insane show ever. They did like a activation in Los Angeles for the TV show Survivor. It was in Hollywood, which if you've ever been to LA or live here, nobody goes to Hollywood. It's just, if you're coming to visit, don't go because it's a horrible, horrible, you can't even call it a tourist trap. It's like,
but it is though. But people who actually live here, we don't really go to Hollywood unless we have.
There's nothing to do there. It's not great. Anyway, but that's where it was, and we love Survivor, so we're like, well, I'll do it. And it was kind of super disappointing. But the point is, we love Survivor. And if you guys are not watching Survivor, every single episode is on Paramount Plus. There are 2 not seasons. What's the word? Eras is what he calls it. So there's early Survivor and then there's now Survivor. So I don't know when the cutoff is.
It's standard definition and HD.
Well, that changes too. But they basically kind of like change how they do it. So now on Survivor, it's like they're not there as long. So it's like 33 days or something. And they don't give them anything. They don't give them any food. They get like a tiny bit of rice. That's it. Versus like on Survivor before, like they got like chickens and stuff. And it's insane. You guys should watch it. Highly recommend. We can't miss an episode ever. And it's like there's a lot of life lessons in Survivor on like communication, Everybody should watch
a
Survivor.
social game, strategy.
Because it's literally like they create a fake society, basically, and they create their own rules, and anything goes. So if you want to be a jerk, you get to be a jerk, and nobody's, that's the rule. That's how it is in that society. But it's cool to see how people play the game, and like you can basically look at your real life, usually at work, and like find the villains, you know what I mean? And and in your family, I guess. And then you can like use the lessons you learn on the show to like learn how to not manipulate them, but communicate better.
Or maybe find like an immunity idol.
Or find an immunity idol. What would be an immunity idol in real life?
Followers.
Followers on
social media.
That is the real life immunity idol. Because it's like a get out of jail free card. It's like, I have 5 million followers. I can do anything until you get canceled.
Something is changing.
And then you go to Skull Island or whatever. Something is not the same. Love Survivor. That's one thing we have in common. So good. So good.
And Survivor, fire's your life.
And if you don't have fire, they're going to set you on fire.
You got to build a fire.
And you're going to burn once they build the fire. It's amazing how many people go on Survivor and they don't know how to make fire. It's like the one thing you need to do.
It's like if I were to go on Survivor, like, even if I knew I was a runner-up to get casted on Survivor, like I'm going to be watching YouTube videos. I'm going to be practicing something.
At least the flint and steel. Like
I'm literally going to go buy a flint.
Yeah. You just go to the hardware store or the camping store. It's crazy, though. There have been, if you guys are really watching Survivor, you know this, but if you're not, you should. The last, probably, 3 seasons, they've had people that are super fans of the show somehow get on the show, somehow. They made it through the casting process, and then basically they quit within the first couple of days, or they like say they're going to quit, or they're at the tribal council and they're like, just vote for me.
Oh, that's horrible.
Don't quit Survivor. Get all my ankles. I don't know what to do.